सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। There are two words generally we use for a learner. When a person wants to learn something, we give him two names, either one or the other. The first one is a student. A vidyarthi. Vidyarthi means the one who is desirous of getting vidya or knowledge. Vidyarthi. Student means why he has got that name, student. Student means one who study in a school or college is called a student. One who study in a school or a college is a student. Not only that, a studious person is called student. Studious, the one who is committed to study, devoted to study, takes pain to study, is called a student. That is why he is known as student. One who puts effort, one who puts attention is called a student, vidyarthi. This is the first name we give for a learner when he wants to learn something. Second word generally we use is shishya, disciple. Shishya or disciple. Student means vidyarthi. Disciple means shishya. This shishya word also has got its own meanings. Just as the guru word has got its own significance, very loaded word. Guru word is a very loaded word because a load of knowledge is there. That's a loaded word. Similarly, Sishya also is a very, very loaded word. Why it is very much loaded word? When a person learns music or dance, any classical arts they learn, we never say student, but we use the word shishya. Shishya word we use. In our culture, we are very much used to use shishya. Why this is very, very significant? The disciple or shishya, why it is significant? What is the derivation of shishya also we'll see. Just as we saw the studious one who is called student, for shishya also there is a Sanskrit derivation. Shikshate iti shishyaha. Shikshate, Shankarasha. Okay. The one who is taught by the teacher is called shishyaha. One who is taught by the teacher is called shishyaha. This is one derivation. Second derivation of shishya, Indriyani prakritim shikshate iti shishyaha. Indriyani prakritim shikshyate iti shishyaha. One who controls and curbs the extrovertedness of one's own sense organs. One who controls and curbs the extrovertedness of the sense organs is called shishyaha. Third meaning also we can see, shishyat vishishyate iti shishyaha. Shishyat vishishyate iti shishyaha. Shastrani parigyanena bahirmukha apeksha iti shishyaha. What it means? The one who has become improved, vishishyate, one who has become improved by learning. Improved what now? Who has become relatively more introvert. The more you study, learn, you become more introvert. Antarmukha samarathya bahirmukha sudurlabha. So introverted. Relatively, that shishya becomes introverted. Antarmukhatvam. Having left the extrovertedness, having reduced the extrovertedness, having dropped the extrovertedness that he or she had in the past. What extrovertedness was there in the past, that he or she has dropped or almost reduced extrovertedness as a result of his or her study. How that introvertedness has come? Antarmukhatvam, as a result of Shastra study. What Shastra study? The content of Shastra. If the Shishya knows the content of the Shastra, he becomes introverted, antarmukhatvam. Then he is or she is known as shishyaha. This much meaning is there for shishya. In English we call it as disciple. Disciple. Simple, the one who follows discipline is disciple. The beauty is, in disciple, the spelling, you add in. That's all. It will become what? In disciple word, you add in between. Discipline. In whom disciplines are there is called disciple. Don't ask me in which grantha it is there, Swami. Just I am telling. You enjoy, that's all. Discipline, the in whom the disciplines are there is called disciple. How you look at the word, that's all. All words are only from Saraswati Devi. Okay. Let us see the beauty of the disciple word, shishya. Then let us see the beauty of the shishya later. Okay? Shishyaha. Disciple is one who follows disciplines. How? Deliberately, willfully, diligently, with awareness. One who follows the disciplines. Then alone he is or she is called as shishyaha. Minus disciplines, there is no disciple. Minus discipline, there is no disciple. Therefore, when we are doing Guru Puja on Guru Purnima day, who is performing puja? Shishya. Who performs Guru Puja? Shishya performs to his or her Guru. Therefore, very important to know the role of disciplines in the life of a disciple. It's very important to know the role of disciplines in the life of disciple. Lord Krishna in 13th chapter, 8th shloka onwards up to 12th shloka, he gives a lot of virtues, gunaha. 20 virtues he gives. First, we have to take the virtues as disciplines. Once you follow disciplines deliberately for a length of time, then those disciplines are converted into virtues which are spontaneous, natural. Disciplines are those which we follow deliberately with our sankalpa, whereas virtues are natural, spontaneous. They become after a long practice. Virtue cannot come by itself all of a sudden. Every discipline you follow will be converted into a virtue later. Therefore, disciplines are to be followed. Virtues are imbibed in your personality naturally, spontaneously. Let us see some disciplines what Lord Krishna mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita for a disciple. What are those disciplines? You take first, and the disciple, and the spelling itself according, I go to that spelling. So I'll give some 8 or each spelling 1, 2 or extra, I'll give one more extra. Okay? Let us see. First one we take the D letter, the D letter we take a devotion. For 3 D letter I take 3. Okay. More disciplines, more knowledge. Okay. Now they are going to come and test your discipline. First one is devotion as a discipline. Devotion, a Shishya has to develop devotion towards Guru, Ishvara and Shastram. Shishya has to develop devotion, bhakti, towards Guru, Ishvara and Shastram. Ajanmantram Trayam Sevyam Vedanto Guru Ishvaraha. Lifelong we have to worship 3. Ajanmantram Trayam Sevyam. Vedanta means Shastra. Shastra Mata we have to worship. Guru, my own Guru, I have to worship lifelong. Ishvaraha, Bhagavan, Paramatma, I have to worship lifelong. Before knowledge, after knowledge. Why? Adau Jnanaptaye. Before knowledge, I worship these three to get knowledge. Adau, beginning, before knowledge, Jnanam Aptaye, to get knowledge. After knowledge, Paschat, Kritagnatva Nivrittaye, to avoid my ingratitude towards my Guru, Ishvara, Shastra, to avoid my ingratitude, Kritagnata. Paschat Kritagnatva Nivrittaye, I have to worship them. Therefore, devotion, first, foremost discipline, that which can become virtue later. You can take discretion also, dispassion also, vairagyam. The Shishya required dispassion or vairagyam. Indriyartheshu vairagyam, Bhagavan tells. Indriyartheshu vairagyam. Detachment, dispassion towards worldly sense objects is one of the discipline to be followed. So, dispassion. You can take the word discretion. Discretion means ability to find out what is right. Ability to find out the right thing is called discretion. Now let us go to the next letter. D is over. D, I. Second letter is I. I means non-indulgence in sense objects for sense pleasures. That indulgence. Non-indulgence for sense objects for sense pleasures, or non-indulgence in sense objects for sense pleasures. That is second letter. For that, Lord Krishna says, Aratir Janasamsadihi in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. Aratir Janasamsadihi. For devotion, Lord Krishna used the word avyabhicharini bhakti. Avyabhicharini bhakti means undistracted devotion. Undistracted devotion towards Guru, undistracted devotion towards Ishvara, undistracted devotion towards Shastra. That is devotion. Aratir Janasamsadihi is not indulgence in sense pleasures. Then this third letter, yes, means solitude. You can take solitude. Vivikta desha sevitvam. The disciple has to choose once in a while to move alone to a solitude place without mobile, without laptop, without any person, without anything. Solitude. Vivikta desha sevitvam. That's called solitude. Then one more also we can take. Service to one's own teacher. Acharya upasanam. Not Acharya seva, Acharya upasaname chollitar. You have to worship your Guru, serve your Guru. Guru Sushrusha. As long as possible. What is real Guru Sushrusha? Along with other Sushrusha, you can serve Guru in so many ways. Main Sushrusha is listening to Shastra. That also is one of the part of Acharya Upasanam. For yes, we have taken 2. Okay. Then C, fourth letter. Fourth letter, constant awareness of the defects of birth and death. Dukkha dosha anudarshanam. Always, constantly. Dukkha dosha anudarshanam. The entire universe is mixed with dukkha. That itself is a dosha. So that darshanam is important. That awareness, constantly one has to be aware of those defects of birth and death. And one more also you can take. Control. Control over sense organs. One's own. Okay. One's own sense organs. Pancha jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. So that is called control or mastery on one's own mind. Sense organs. Control. This is another discipline. So, Atma Vinigraha, Krishna says, Atma Vinigraha. So, D-I-S-C over. Then, fifth letter, I is integration. Integration in Krishna's language, Arjavam. Arjavan. Manasyekam, Vachasyekam, Karmani ekam. The disciple is one who is free from split personality. What he says, he does. What he utters, that only he or she does. Manasyekam, what he thinks or she thinks, that only the disciple performs. Saying one thing, doing one thing, thinking one thing and doing something else, that person cannot be a disciple. Manasyekam, Vachasyekam, Karmani ekam. Mahatmanaha, the disciple will become a Mahatma later. That Arjavam become very spontaneous, natural, without any strain. That is called integration. Alignment with one's own thought, words and actions. Alignment, integration. That is called Rijutvam or Arjavam. So fifth letter is over. Then sixth letter, P. Shaucham, purity. P stands for purity. Shaucham, manasika, vachika, kayika, shuddhata. Shuddhatvam. Purity is very important. My words, what I am speaking, must be pure. Of course, physical purity, kayika shuddhata, vachika shuddhata, and manasika. My thoughts also must be pure. Pure thoughts, not negative, pessimistic thoughts. Disappointing thoughts I have to avoid. So purity we have to develop. That is called Shaucham in Krishna's language. Another discipline also we can take for P, patience, Kshama. Kshama, forbearance. Tremendous patience is required for a disciple. Towards what? Towards everything. Kshama means capacity to wait until the future unfold itself. Capacity to wait, Kshama, to wait until our own future to unfold. No hurry. Let it unfold. Not only that, there are lot of, we can talk hours together with about one discipline. Just I am hinting here, that's all, because you all of you know this. I am not talking any new thing. Just I am sharing. Just we are all of us recollecting that. That's all. So purity and patience. Then seventh letter, L. Love for Shastra, for constant enquiry. Love for Shastra. Shastra Ichha. Love for Shastra. What for? Why I have to love Shastra? I love Shastra for only one thing. That is to enquire into the self. Mahavakya Vichara Dwara. How you I inquire? With the help of my Guru. I cannot inquire by myself. I can inquire only through my Guru's guidance, Guru's teaching. Therefore, love for Shastra, to do self-enquiry with the help of a traditional Acharya. For a traditional teacher only we give the name Guru. Of course, nowadays all are Gurus only. But according to tradition, a Sampradaya Acharya alone can be called as Guru. Not all people. Similarly, a Sampradaya Shrotriya Sishya, disciple, is called a disciple, not all people. Shishya name also we cannot give for everyone. That's why I said loaded word it is. It is a very, very loaded word because Sampradaya Guru is a Guru, Sampradaya Shishya is a Shishya. That means a person who comes in Sampradaya, in the study of scriptures from Sampradaya Guru, is called Shishya. There is not much difference between Vidyardhi and Shishya. Just we want to see how our people give the importance to the Shishya, a disciple. It's a loaded word. Just I want to put in front of you. Student, disciple, both are one and the same. But there is a slight difference, that also I will tell you. Last word, last letter, E. E means ego. Ego free mind. Anahankaraha. For love, what Lord Krishna said, Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam, Lord Krishna's language. For love for Shastra. For that, Lord Krishna used Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. Last letter, E, ego free mind, that means free from ahankara, egoism. The student or the disciple must be free from ahankara. his or her mind must be free from ahankara, pride, ego. A egocentric mind is unfit for Shastra study. Therefore, ego-free mind. One more discipline also we can take for ego, just like ego, word, equanimous mind. Samachittatvam. Lord Krishna used the word samachittatvam ishta anishta upapattishu. Ishtanishtopapatishu samachittatvam. Equanimous mind. When the situations come either favorable or unfavorable, no raga dvesha, balanced mind, poised mind, calm mind. That's called equanimous mind. It's very, very important discipline. Samachittatvam ishtanishtopapatishu. So disciple word is over with 8 letters. Bhagavan Krishna 20 he gives. I am not going to give 20. You do your homework. You can add. These are all come under Guna. Jnanam, Lord Krishna gives the name Jnanam. They are known as Jnanam. Why these disciplines are called Jnanam? Lord Krishna calls them as virtues. They all become virtues later when you follow them as disciplines first. Instructions. Discipline means what? Instruction. There is another meaning for a discipline also. Education is also a discipline. System of philosophy is also called a discipline. Sankhya system of philosophy is one discipline. Yoga system of philosophy is another discipline. There is another meaning also for discipline. But what we are taking here, discipline means instruction. Instructions given by Shastra for a disciple who want to get Parama Purushartha Moksha. Shastra gives instructions to every seeker who want to get moksha, that is Parama Purushartha, for the attainment of that ultimate goal. These disciplines are very, very important. No choice, no excuse, no compromise. With these disciplines, you cannot compromise. If you want to get nishtha, gnana nishtha, sthira prajnatvam, you want to get, there is no compromise. That is why Bhagavan Krishna said, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatadamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Being Brahman, I myself am not far away, but why I am not able to claim or own up? Brahman is not far away thing. Atma is not a far away thing. Being myself Atma, how come I am missing this fact? This Atma is Sukha Swarupam. How come I am suffering? How come I am having this sorrow? Being my Swarupam is Ananda Swarupam. How come I am suffering? My life is miserable with sorrow. Why I am crying? There is something. We have to think about it. Being my Swarupam, I am missing it. not able to claim or own up the Ananda Swarupam. That means the disciplines are missing. That can be the only reason, nothing else. That can be the only reason disciplines are missing. Disciple and the in missing. In disciple, that in is missing. Naam ke vaste disciple, without in, disciplines, minus disciplines, there is no disciple. The toughest task. It's the toughest task to follow disciplines. Lord Krishna enumerate in many places, 12th chapter, 16th chapter, again and again. Daivi Sampat, Lord Krishna enumerate. So this is the disciple, the one in front of whom all disciplines are there, one who is ready to follow, practice sincerely. Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. When can I follow all these disciplines easily? All disciplines to follow very, very tough. Make them easy. Make all the disciplines easy. Shastra itself says, Krishna himself says, very difficult. Durnigraham, very difficult to control the mind. At the same time, Shastra says, if they are difficult, make them easy. How to make them easy? How to convert all difficult disciplines to be easy, comfortable to follow. For that, Lord Krishna used one word, Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. If you know the importance of Tattvam, the reality, the knowledge about reality, its importance, its prayojanam, its significance, you see those disciplines are very simple to follow. In front of this Brahma Jnana, the prayojanam, I don't mind to follow these disciplines. It is simple. Like eating halwa madri. Yarki, no. For whom the self-knowledge is primary goal. Moksha is primary goal. For him, these disciplines are very simple. That is why our scriptures in Upanishads, there are lot of stories about disciples. Like Upamanyu, Aruni, Nachiketa, Satyakama Jabala. You go and search and read. Okay, I don't want to tell stories. Aruni, Upamanyu, Satyakama, Jabala, Nachiketa, Uddhava, so many disciples are there. One important note, if you follow one discipline, silver line, okay, if you follow one discipline as Mahavratam, all disciplines will walk behind. Simple. Okay, now you are comfortable? If you follow one discipline as a Mahavratam for 12 years, all other disciplines just walk along with that one discipline. You need not put any effort. You put effort only for one discipline. Any one you can take. Your choice. Shastra says. You can take any one discipline. All other will come and land at your feet. Once they all come to you easily, spontaneous, natural, then Shastra says you are the person deserved for this jnanam and jnananishtha. There is no doubt in this. I said, materialistic science, the college study for materialistic science, chemistry, physics, MSc, MBA, MPhil, all those studies, those who are studying, they never ask for you follow ahimsa or not, you follow satyam or not. They never ask. For aparavidya, there is a compromise. There is a choice. For materialistic science, college study, school study, or any study, for aparavidya study, materialistic science knowledge, it's not compulsory. It's compulsory only, but there is a choice of violating. By that materialistic science, person may become so prosperous by earning money, materialistic benefits. He may become a rich person in the society. He may become a popular person in the society. That is possible there. But here in Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya or Akshara Vidya, fortunately or unfortunately, it is not possible. Even an iota of compromise, not possible. Very, very difficult. Therefore, we have to seek Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa, Shastra Kripa, Ishvara Kripa. Unless we tap the grace of these four, we cannot cross over this samsara. We cannot cross over. Therefore, Ishvara Upasana must. All acharyas' blessings are also we need very much. You ask, just ask. Let me become an embodiment of disciplines. I know inside I am not able to follow this, but ask. Why not? Why can't we ask openly? I ask, I seek the grace of Ishvara to give me strength, capacity to follow the disciplines. If I have the grace, if I tap the grace of Ishvara, Shastra and Guru, these disciplines are all become virtues by next day. By next day means in course of time. Without disciplines, if I study without giving up my ego, without Guru Bhakti, without Ishvara Bhakti, without purity, without patience, without simplicity, I can never get the benefit of Shastra. I may become scholar. I may become scholar in Vedanta. Vedantic scholar. Disciple is another name, therimo, scholar. Disciple is another name, scholar. Shastra wants a jnana nishtha, not scholars. Shastra expects every person to become a jnana nishtha. Just as assimilated food is useful, unassimilated food, no use at all. Your hunger will continue. Similarly, that jnanam, the knowledge will become more burden if there is no phalam. Therefore, when I am following these disciplines, if opposite that comes, ahankara comes, manitvam comes, dambhitvam comes, suppose, short temperedness comes, I have to question myself. Why all this? Why they have to come and disturb me? Upon whom I am getting? When everything is Atma, why I have to get all these things? Just like analysis, analyze, inquire. Whenever we tend to drop or miss the disciplines, immediately we have to check our mind, watch our mind. We have to do that. This is called nididhyasana. Every moment I have to look at myself. That is why solitude. Solitude meant for what? Not to look and counting the stars. Solitude is not meant to count the stars or to just close your eyes. Solitude meant for it is an appointment with yourself. You are facing your mind. You are handling your mind. A naughty child mind you are handling in solitude. In solitude alone it is possible. Therefore, once in a while, don't say, யாருமே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லாதுங்க. If now it is ashramam, this is the right time for me to introspect. That's why make use of every discipline as a stepping stone further to assimilate the Vedantic teaching. The more assimilation, the more ananda. The less assimilation, less ananda. Brahmananda is limited or unlimited? Unlimited. But my ananda is limited. That means I have not yet attained Brahmananda. Still I am in Brahmananda. Still we are in Brahmananda. If our ananda is not unlimited, it is Brahmananda. So let us convert our Brahmananda into Brahmananda. On this auspicious Guru Purnima day, we seek blessings from all our traditional acharyas to help us to follow the disciplines and to deserve myself to be as a disciple, shishyaha, so that I can internalize my teaching, I can get jnana nishtha, and I can enjoy the jnana phalam. With this, I conclude. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.